I just want to answer a couple of your questions. First off, I want to thank you for everything, for supporting me and seeing the truth with me and following me with me on my journey. I never forget this. A lot of your comments have brought me to tears. It definitely brought a lot of hurt, pain, but also I'm glad you're with me on this. Hi, my name is Savannah. I am located in Wisconsin. I have a story I kind of wanted to vent about. I was kidnapped at the age of 15 by an older white male that was 25. His whole family is from this little town called Ripon. They treated me like a slave. The whole town did. He kept me in a room with like food under my door. I'm 23 now. I ended up having 2 kids with him at the age of 16 and 17. I got out. My 2 kids. The court system, they had a hearing without me, with him being with a minor, and they fined him $500 and didn't even tell me that there was a hearing. They had that hearing when I was 17. I found out when I was 18, and I wrote the judge that ordered that. And I said, hey, I didn't tell my story. He says, well, you were abandoned when you were a kid, and it was consensual, so we're not reopening it. Mind you, like I said, I got the 2 kids. I did a lot of good stuff in the community of Wisconsin, like in different communities. I did walk runs for recovery. I did real estate. I made a good name for myself. Did not get in trouble with the law. Mind you, they suspended my license before I can even get a license. The town of Ripon did, because they said it was truancy, but mind you, I was kidnapped. I got out of the situation. The court ordered him to have the kids every other weekend. Pay child support. He owes me almost $30,000 in child support. It's not about the money. No, it's about my son tells me he's being abused. He gives me full-on detail. He gave the police detail. He gave the doctor's detail. He gave CPS. CPS didn't even want to go to the guy's house, and they kept denying the request. I reported to CPS on like 6-7 times over the course of years, because he's had them for 2 years and he lives in a shack. I need your support. I'm sticking up for the minorities, the people that were kidnapped, my kids. They're being abused, and now he wants them 50-50 in the court. He knows everybody in the court system, and mind you, they are all family. This needs to go nationwide. Hi guys, this is part 2. First off, I want to say thank you for supporting me and caring about me. I never, ever in a million years, ever think that someone would hear me out like that, and I thank you. I needed that. I just want to answer a couple of your questions. Kind of wrote them down. So yeah, here I go. When I say I was kidnapped, I'm saying I was held against my will with this guy, locked in bedroom. He would put child locks on in the car when we go somewhere. I was never out of his sight unless my sister was there to rescue me. tried to leave. He would physically harm me, run away multiple times. A family member of his knew, but come get me. A mom, a sister, the police. Bring me back. When I say my sister, sometimes I would reach out to my sister somehow, some way, like a neighbor or whatever, and I would go to her home, and there he was. Like, he was follow me. He would. Sorry. Did I get away? Sometimes, yes. My sister would take me. That didn't last long. He would tell me my daughter would be taken from me by him because of stability, and I am only a little girl. Was I ever alone to escape? Yes, I was watched by someone all of the time. Even if no one was at the home with me, the town knew each other. Tried to escape him at a particular time. He would chase me with his vehicle. The police would show up. Yeah, nothing would be done. Nothing would be done. He took advantage. Sex was not a choice of mine. I was beaten, locked in a room every turn I tried the turn. There was his family. There was no one to tell. They all knew. When I got pregnant at 16, I realized in my mind that he would never let me go. I was afraid for my life. Absolutely. I was afraid. As I was pregnant, he would beat me, pull out rifle guns every time he went somewhere. Like I said, he was never out of my sight. My mother, she abandoned me at 15. I do remember her calling the police saying that like older guys trying to come after me, but nothing was ever done. Okay, hi. This is part 2. I just want to answer a couple of your questions. First off, I want to thank you for everything, for supporting me and seeing the truth with me and following me with me on my journey. I never forget this. A lot of your comments have brought me to tears. It definitely brought out a lot of hurt, pain, but also I'm glad you're with me on this. So I wrote out some stuff, kind of answering some of your questions, so hear me out. Yeah, here I go. So some of you said, where's your mother? My mother abandoned me at 15. I remember my mother telling the police that an older man keeps trying to pursue her daughter. She states that the police didn't care. My mother left for her own selfish reasons. I met Daniel at my apartment. He was delivering photos to the building. He approached me. It's like a minor conversation. Asked for my social media because I did not have a phone. I was 15. I did not think anything of it. After that moment, I could not get away from him. He'd be parked outside of my apartment. He'd show up to my high school. He'd be following me as I walked to school in the morning. Once my mother left, Daniel insisted that I stay with his mother there in Ripon. I felt like he was genuinely trying to help the situation. I didn't have anyone. I had just moved to Ripon. I had just moved there. About 5 months in, my mother abandoned me and I had nowhere to go. So, little did I know, he was living with his mom. He took advantage of me. Did I fall for him? That was another question. Yes, I did. To be straight up honest. Yeah, I did. I was young. I did not know anyone. I had no family with me. Took advantage. Sex was not a choice of mine. I was beaten. locked in a room. Everywhere I turned, there he was. There was no one to tell. They all knew when I got... Okay, hi. Most of your life looked damn good in dress, stepping up the mess, dancing with your best foot forward. Does it get hard to have to play the part? Nobody's feeling sorry for you. But what if I told you the world wouldn't end if you started showing what's under your skin? What if you let them all live on a lie, even